Good morning, Kingdom citizens. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. As cooler weather approaches, the JMBC Evangelism Ministry will host a winter coat giveaway Saturday, December 3rd, 10 o'clock a.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. Coats, scarves, and gloves are being requested. Collection dates are November 7th through December 2nd, Monday through Thursday, 9 o'clock a.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. Please bring your items to Jehovah Missionary Baptist Church, 803 South Harvin Street, Sumter, South Carolina, to be collected in the B.F. Weston Fellowship Hall. JMBC will host the joint pre-Thanksgiving worship service with Westminster Presbyterian Church and the Church of the Holy Comforter, Sunday, November 20th, 5 o'clock p.m. Let's all come and worship together in the spirit of unity. Siloam Missionary Baptist Church, 200 Madison Avenue, Kingstree, South Carolina, is inviting JMBC to join them in worship and celebration of the 18th pastoral anniversary of Pastor Terry Law, along with leading lady Phyllis Law, Sunday, November 20th, 10 o'clock a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m. The Infants, Children, and Youth Ministry asks that if you have infants and children 3 months to 12 years of age, please complete an information contact card and place in the brightly decorated nursery children's ministry box located in the lobby or give to Sister Ruth McKinney.
Come right. You are cordially invited to cover the concrete ground floor of our new edifice with your favorite Bible verse before the floor is laid. Covering the floor with scriptures demonstrates that we are standing on the promises of God. Come today, Sunday, November the 20th, from 10:30 a.m. until 1 p.m. Grief by itself is difficult, but it can be magnified during the seasons of Thanksgiving and Christmas. The holidays can be reminders of those you have lost, while you are around others who are celebrating a season of joy and togetherness. The video will give suggestions about how you can help yourself or how to help others.
Don't you wish you could press pause on the grieving process during the holiday season? I remember wishing I could do just that during the first and several holiday seasons following the painful loss of a loved one in my life. I recall being conflicted as there were times when I wanted to participate in the excitement, but simultaneously either didn't want to participate at all or felt guilty for celebrating. That conflict still exists today, years later. Grief is complicated and unique for everyone. While accepting loss does become easier over time, it is often something we carry with us forever. Grief is also always evolving, and at times the feelings seem to be out of our control. That is why it feels like that pause button does not exist, and why it is challenging to be in pain while there's so much joy all around us. The good news is there are things that you can do to help alleviate some of that conflict you're experiencing. If you or someone you know is grieving during the holiday season, here are some helpful tips to help you get through this potentially painful period of time. Number 1, set boundaries for yourself. You can participate and not participate in whatever feels right for you. While there may be pressure to attend a family function, remember, check in with your wants and needs and identify your readiness. It may be helpful to commit to something that sounds fun while reminding yourself that you don't have to stay the entire time. It is also okay to opt out of certain things altogether. Finding a balance between engaging and not pushing yourself is important. Number 2, tune into your emotions. As mentioned before, grief does not take a back seat during the holidays and can often be magnified. It's important to acknowledge your feelings and not avoid them. You may experience both negative and positive feelings during the holidays while grieving, and that is okay. Be kind to yourself and remember that all feelings can coexist. For example, I can be sad that that person is not here and enjoy the holiday at the same time. It may also be tempting to numb out with substances during the holidays. However, being aware that your feelings will be present and preparing ahead of time will prevent negative consequences from occurring. Number 3, plan ahead. Loss often means that certain roles will need to be filled. It is important to think ahead, especially with children, to consider who will fill those vacated roles. For example, Dad always dressed up as Santa, or Aunt Mary always carved the turkey. Planning ahead can avoid unnecessary moments of pain and can help make the experiences more fluid and enjoyable. Number 4, honor old traditions. It can be helpful to maintain old traditions that existed in order to honor and celebrate the individuals who are no longer here. This is a helpful way to keep their memory present. Number 5, create new traditions. Creating new traditions can be healing for individuals who are grieving. Making new memories does not erase the old ones. And remember, your loved one will want you to enjoy the holidays. Acknowledge, validate, and then challenge any feelings of guilt that may arise in the process. Number 6, identify coping skills. Prior to the holiday season, consider creating a list of your go-to coping skills to use, whether at home or out at a social function. It will be handy when the grief hits you unexpectedly. Things like deep breathing, taking a walk, journaling, doing yoga, or repeating positive affirmations can be helpful. Number 7, volunteer or do something charitable. This is always a good idea. Helping others will lessen your sadness while bringing joy into someone else's life who needs it. And finally, number 8, ask for help. It's important to seek support from friends, family, coworkers, and professionals if needed. Whether you have lost someone close to you or not, the holidays can bring up many complicated feelings, and it can be helpful to seek services from a therapist or psychologist. The holiday season is not always as merry as we want it to be, and it's normal to feel apprehensive about it, and you're not alone in feeling that way. Please remember that there is no right or wrong way to approach the holiday season following the loss of a loved one. If you experience happiness, allow it to enter into your grief space and be present with the people around you. Be kind to yourself and try to take it one holiday party and one feeling at a time. I'm Dr. Tali Berliner, licensed clinical psychologist. To learn more about coping with grief and many other helpful topics, head to thepsychologygroup.com/blog. Thank you for watching. Happy holidays.
Remember, there's always great things happening at JMBC. This has been another JMBC Kingdom Media presentation.